Yo, what's up? My name is Patrouski, and it is really hard to find information regarding the PokeMMO Daycare system in the game. I've looked over forum posts, I've looked over threads, I've tried to find videos. There's not a whole lot of consensus on how it actually works. So today I want to explain it because I kind of think that using the Daycare system for passive XP is one of the best passive, underrated, underutilized money-making methods within PokeMMO. So let's go ahead and talk about it and show you guys what people have thought in the past and how I'm actually gonna go test. So first things first, how does the Daycare work? We're not talking about breeding. This is not breeding. This is just giving the Daycare a Pokemon to gain passive XP. As you can see, I actually have a Pokemon in this Daycare that I forgot about. So I'm going to grab that back in a quick sec for the sake of this video, but it's a perfect way to explain. You give Pokemon to the Daycare, they gain passive XP. In traditional Pokemon, they gain XP for how long they're in the Daycare, but in PokeMMO, they gain XP based on how much XP you gain in the overworld. Now, how much XP in correlation? We don't know. Is it 10%, 20%? It was theorized to be 60% back in 2018, but that seems way too high. I feel like that'd be broken nowadays. A big part of today's video is going to be testing what percentage of XP do you actually get from the Daycare. So I'm going to go ahead and go grab this Reuniclus. I'm going to put this level 1 Cyndaquil in the Daycare and we'll get started. Important things to note is that it does cost 1,000 Pokeyen per level when you're withdrawing a Pokemon from the Daycare. So this one's going to cost me 16,000 for this Reuniclus, and the other one's going to cost me about 15k or so. So you do have to factor in, it's not free money to just throw whatever Pokemon in the Daycare. If I threw these level 1 Alomolas in the Daycare and then let them level all the way to 100, I'd be paying 99,000 Pokeyen just to level some random Alomola. I don't think a level 100 Alomola would actually go for enough profit. It wouldn't go for more than 100k to actually make profit on that. You definitely want to be a little careful about what Pokemon you put in. However, for example, with this Cyndaquil that I'll be putting in today, this Cyndaquil that has pretty decent stats, 31 special attack, mild nature, 20 plus speed, a Cyndaquil, you can go ahead and buy any random Cyndaquil for about 2,000 Pokeyen, and then any level 100 Cyndaquil or Typhlosion is going to end up selling for 100k or so. So if you buy a Cyndaquil at level or a higher level 1, you can try to make profit. Be careful. Even with a Cyndaquil, if you put in level 1, you probably wouldn't make profit. So you have to be careful and consider the listing fee as well. However, if you bought a Cyndaquil at level, whatever, let's do a Cyndaquil with 31 special attack, 31 speed, and then modest nature. This is what's known as a gym rerun Cyndaquil or Typhlosion, and it's one of the most desired Pokemon in the game. If we went ahead and did this, and it's 100k for a Cyndaquil, right? If we let it get to level 100 as a Typhlosion, you would end up making some profit because you would EV train it first. Now, if you didn't EV train the Cyndaquils and you did just put them in at level 1, you wouldn't make profit. But if you bought these Cyndaquils and you EV trained them in 252 special attack, 252 speed, and then went ahead and put them in the Daycare at level 40 or so after you're done EV training, then you're only paying 60k or so for them to actually get to level 100. Then you're making some nice profit. And also, these hopefully should be worth more at different points in the market, depending on what's going on. Let's do one more example before we jump in to actually show you guys what it looks like. Let's do Meowth. I think Meowth is one of the best Pokemon to put in the Daycare because you can't accidentally evolve it, which is the biggest downside when it comes to leveling up Meowths for profit. You can see here, we can buy a few, I might even just buy these myself. You could buy a few Meowths, but realistically, a 20 plus attack and speed and an adamant nature Meowth is going to cost you around 25 to 35k. Now, if that Meowth was level 100, it's going to be worth around 200k to 30k. These can get up to 300k depending on the market. You can make some really, really good profits on Meowth because the biggest downside of Meowth is if you accidentally evolve it into a Persian, you lose all your profits. People don't want high-level Persians most of the time or good Persians because they lose the pickup ability. People want Meowth because they have the pickup ability, which makes you some nice profit when you're payday pickuping. Now, this is not broken, insane Pokeyen per hour, but it's just good passive Pokeyen if you plan to be XP training within the region itself anyway, which is another important talking point. You have to make sure that you're actually XP training in the region that your Pokemon are in, which is why today I'll be over in the Johto region because the Johto region has the best XP training spot in PokeMMO. Now, I'm going to be putting this Cyndaquil in the Daycare at level 1 at 0 XP just to track how much XP I'm gaining on it. But if you're doing this for profit, you should definitely EV train this first and get some levels on it so you have to pay less Pokeyen. So don't put this in level 1 like I'm doing. I'm only doing this for the sake of the video to test the amount of total XP gained and what percentage we get from them, from actually XP training on the wild, to see how much passive XP do you get, what percentage from XP training. Someone asked in chat as I'm making this guide live, does doing gym reruns count towards Daycare XP? If you're XP training a Pokemon in the back of your party while doing gym reruns, yes, which can be really, really, really nice. Here are some of the forum posts in question, by the way. This is the one from 2018 where people were saying that 60% of the XP is given to the Pokemon as a bonus. I really don't think this is true anymore. There's a post from 2023 where people talk about it's 20% XP. But even this, it seems like they go on later in the forums in the conversation to go, I'm actually not sure of the percentage anymore. We're really like, so people literally don't know. We still literally don't know as of 2023 what percentage of XP. So I'm really excited to test that today to give you guys a little bit of background. My Rampardos is here sitting at 350,000 total XP exactly. So we'll have a pretty good metric when it comes to how much XP. So we're going to subtract whatever we get, from 350k. So we can keep track of it. Now, it's possible that bonus XP does affect this, and I do have donator status active. So if there's like a 5%, I get 25% bonus XP in battles. It's something I'm going to have to be aware of and see like if we'll have to just calculate that when it comes to it and see if that's affected. So let's go ahead and do one horde, see how much XP we gain, pay very close attention. And then from there, we'll do a few hordes possibly. We might just go immediately. We might just do one horde and go check back what level our Cyndaquil is at. So let's just go ahead and go for a Surf, which does KO all the Dawn fans. This is the best XP training spot in the game for those who aren't aware. Or almost 10,000 XP, so 9,500. We can actually see, I'll show you guys down in the chat. You can actually see how much is bonus XP. So 1915 was bonus XP from donator status. It was 7,650 base XP. I'm just going to take this number, go back to Goldenrod, and see what my Cyndaquil gained. Okay, let's go grab our Cyndaquil. He's already grown by 12 levels, of course. Let's go ahead and say no. Let's just grab our Cyndaquil back, pay the 13k. This was once again one horde. So it went from 0 XP all the way up to 1530. I'm going to start running some numbers. Okay, we're going to bring up our famous Windows calculator. Now, the base XP, there should be a math formula on how to actually do this. However, I'm a degenerate gamer and I'm bad at math, so we're just going to fiddle around in the calculator. So 7,650 was the base. If we do this by 0.20, we get that exact number. Only one calculation needed. So there it is, fellas. It does not calculate in bonus XP. However, your Daycare Pokemon will get a free 20% XP of the base XP that you earn while doing wild battles. That can be one of the best passive moneymakers in PokeMMO. I feel like it's super underutilized. I feel like it's super you should pretty much always have Pokemon stocked up in every single Daycare in the game, which is something that I'm going to start doing as of today. Now, I need 2 more Pokemon to put into this Daycare, so I'm going to go ahead and get on that, but that's how much I believe and how powerful this is that I'm just plopping something in every single Daycare, as I believe you guys should. If you want to take the time, set one day aside to make a bunch of Pokemon to put in the Daycare, it'll hopefully pay you some nice dividends passively down the road. Hopefully this video was helpful to you. Hopefully you liked it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If it was, make sure to like it physically on YouTube, subscribe for daily Pokemon videos, follow me on Twitch for streams like this Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET, Discord's down below if you want to join a really cool community, and if you want to go above and beyond and support the content, if you can financially afford it, as well as the videos are helpful enough that I've earned it from you, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo donations do go an extremely long way. Thanks again, and peace, Reno. Hey, thank you so very much for watching until the very end of the video. That means the world to me. And if your name is listed here, you're the reason I'm able to do this in the first place by going above and beyond and supporting the channel via YouTube memberships and Twitch Primes. Thank you so much. Have a great day.